This farmer has filmed a magnificent video. She traced a shape on the ground, and that shape, as you can see, is a heart. She then went to fetch the birds and took along the way, and watch what she does next. She spreads the food, but along the entire shape. As a result, gradually you can see the shape taking form. At first, the animals gather the beginning, but slowly they start spreading out evenly. Eventually, look, they perfectly form a heart. It's beautiful. This cameraman witnessed an absolutely magnificent scene. In this natural space, there are lots of little whales, and the children come to say hello to them. But this whale is absolutely incredible. The little boy strokes her. He's very happy. But watch what the whale does. She emerges from the water and gently gives him a little kiss. The boy then gives her a big hug and a little kiss too. And he's completely shocked. It's just beautiful.
There was a beautiful scene at the exit of that school. You see that man, he's holding his little daughter in his arm. And this little girl is about to meet her big brother. And at that moment, watch her reaction. It's going to be just beautiful. As soon as she sees him, she hugs him tightly and gives him a huge hug. He even struggles to carry her, and it's just too cute. So if you would have liked to have the same little sister, subscribe.
This grandpa and grandma have an incredible talent. In the middle of the hall, in front of everyone, they shocked the entire audience. Someone plugged in a speaker and started playing music. They stood up and paid close attention to what they're about to do. There's a 2-meter gap between them, and they started dancing, but they've been practicing this since they were young. They're excellent dancers, and that's how they're going to amaze everyone. As soon as the music starts, bam! They start taking small steps to the right, to the left, and look at the grandpa. They begin spinning the grandma around, and everyone starts applauding. They are super rhythmical, and it looks amazing. Magnificent. All these police officers are lined up because it's the last day for this dog. It's an extremely sad day because this dog was a police service dog. For decades, it helped the police every day. So all the officers know him, and the dog obviously knows them all. They filmed themselves all in a line, bidding him a final farewell. They looked at the dog as if they understood the situation. He is very sad and doesn't move much. They all pet him one by one, and you can really sense how sad the dog is. It's proof that animals have feelings. Here's one of the most beautiful points in the history of table tennis. The player in the back keeps matching while the other returns all of the balls. But after a while, the defender gets tired and watch closely what he's going to do. He starts by returning a smash, spinning around himself, so stylish. And then look, the other player counters like a pro, and without anyone noticing, the ball goes to the left. Watch it in slow motion. So if you agree that there's too much flow, subscribe. During a wedding, something improbable happened. Everything was going normally, except at the moment where the bride was supposed to throw a bouquet of flowers backward, you can see her husband positioned right in front of her, and he knows what's about to happen. His future wife is standing right in front of him, bouquet in hand, and look closely, she takes a step back to throw her bouquet. Listen to the countdown. But she doesn't throw the bouquet. She turns around to see what she's about to do. She goes to give the bouquet to one of her best friends, and at that moment she doesn't understand. But as she turns around, look, her boyfriend is on one knee with a ring in his hand. Yes, everything was planned. They prepared his marriage proposal. She starts crying immediately. The idea is incredible. If you would like the same marriage proposal, subscribe. Many people think that overweight people have no talent, but that's a big mistake because you see this guy, he is absolutely amazing. He jumps off the diving board and manages to perform an absolutely beautiful flip as he propels himself into the water. Great talent. Subscribe. The video of this young boy went viral around the world. The reason is that during a baseball game, he caught a flying ball. He caught it perfectly, which was already impressive, but it's what he did next that made the video absolutely viral. This young boy is with his friend on the left, and these two little guys here, they're not ducks. They're true alpha males, despite their young age. He still has the ball in his hand, and he sees 3 young girls behind him, and at that moment, he hands the ball to the prettiest one among them. Watching her reaction, she is completely shocked. He has a boss-like gaze, and truly deserves it. Well, if you think he's got game, subscribe. This dog has been filmed doing something amazing. You see, it is running alongside this car to tell it to stop. The reason is as following. This dog wants to make sure that all his little grandchildren can safely cross the pedestrian crossing. It stands in front of all the cars to prevent them from moving forward. A truck tries to start, but no. It positions itself right in front of it and simply prevents it from starting. And once all the children have crossed, look, they walk away and the cars can resume their journey. It's magnificent. If you wish this was your dog, subscribe. This little girl has an incredible talent. For the first time in her life, she's going to do skateboarding. So as you can see, she's taking her time. She's poised to take the skateboard and she's going to place one foot on it to get a good position and really launch herself when she feels ready. After a few seconds, you see she puts her second foot on it and she sets the skateboard in motion. And And right at that moment, look, she has perfect balance and she's doing pretty well. She's pulling off some small tricks and honestly, it's excellent for a beginner. Even the little boy can't believe it and helps her get off. It's magnificent.
This girl has an incredible talent, and she shocked everyone. Her name is Olga Korbut, and she is a gymnast. Look at the exceptional moves that she performed. From the very beginning, you can see that the moves she performed are beautiful and extremely difficult. The most impressive one, watch closely, is this one. With a snap of her fingers, she manages to transition from one bar to another using only her hips. It's an extremely complicated move, and she is one of the few who can do it. With her talent, she won many awards in the 1970s. Simply amazing.
This girl has an incredible talent. Look at her, don't blink, it's going to go very far. She puts her things in a small glass booth and takes off, and she never stops. She starts with a cartwheel, then she rolls on herself, and then she just never stops. She keeps on going and going and going, and she's absolutely unstoppable. She eventually slows down, as you can see toward the end, due to lack of energy, and after 40 seconds of pirouettes, look at everyone applauding her, and she is so happy. It's just beautiful. This horse has 200 IQ. You see, it's moving towards the little girl who is also moving. And watch closely. What happened is truly magnificent. So after a while, they touch each other, but the little girl has never touched a horse before, so she's a bit timid. She doesn't really dare to come and touch his muzzle. She touches it gently, and as soon as the horse gets closer, she removes her hand. She starts gaining confidence, and then it comes to touch the horse and watch its reaction. She is surprised and very happy. And it feels like it's the horse that understands her emotions, sensing that the girl is not a threat. It even approached her so that she can give it a big hug. It's just beautiful.
This girl is incredibly talented and has shocked everyone. Listen closely to what her friend says and what she does next.
Are you gonna lay on your stomach and you're gonna go put your hands behind your back, and with the getting up, you can't go on your side or your back. Try getting up.
She's really good at sports, and just look at what she managed to do. She gets up effortlessly and everyone is shocked. Amazing. This girl suffering from cancer went viral on the internet. She simply made this video showing everybody a day in her life surviving stage 4 cancer. As you can see, she lost her hair due to chemo treatment. She gets 12 of those a day. And despite all of this, she still managed to graduate. But the most amazing thing is, only a month later, she reached her last chemo session. She has won the battle against cancer and her hair is slowly growing back. She is now completely healthy, beautiful. This dad has made an impression on the entire internet. As you can see, he's laying on top of someone, that someone being his daughter. You might ask yourself, why is he doing that? Well, it's actually an inside joke between them. When she comes home from school, her father greets her like so, literally smothering her. And because he likes to have a good laugh, and also because he's a bit overweight, he puts his entire weight on her, and even his daughter is laughing. Subscribe if you'd like to have such a cool dad.